Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Fairly Local with my wife, Elissa. So, we're here to hit you with another movie review. Now, we got into some newer movies this week that we're going to be reviewing and giving you our take on the movies that we picked and tell you what we think of them, essentially. As always, if you have a comment about the movie, put it down in the comment section below. We appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, like our video, and tap the bell so that you don't miss out on new content from us. Okay, so the movie that we're going to be reviewing, we just got done watching Shazam. Now, for all of you hardcore DC comic book fans, you will know this character as Shazam / Captain Marvel. Now, of course, I don't know what to say.
Why was it Captain Marvel?
And
we also have Captain Marvel
I'm
in
not.
the Marvel universe.
I'm not exactly sure why it was Captain Marvel. I do think that it was because it was way before Marvel's Captain Marvel. And that's what he ended up. See, when the comic book first came out, he started out as Shazam. So, like comic book one, he was Shazam, right? And I've always thought that his superpowers were awesome. He's one of my favorite DC heroes. And I was really worried about this movie, I have to say, because I thought it was going to be very kiddie, very silly. And
the way they plugged it. It's like just a children's.
I was like, this, looking at the preview, I was like, this is going to be a piece of crap. It's not going to be a good movie. It's just going to be a movie.
Yeah.
Let's go back, because if you guys remember, I have to say that I did not like Aquaman. I didn't like Aquaman. I didn't like anything about Aquaman. I didn't like the way that they did Aquaman. I thought casting was okay, as far as I do like Jason Momoa, but the storyline I didn't like. There were a lot of things about Aquaman that I just didn't like as per the DC universe. It just wasn't, to me, an Aquaman film, and it was one of those superhero movies that it's like, we've been there, we've done that, we've all seen that before. It's just the same old, and maybe a lot of you might feel that way about this film. However, I have to say that Shazam really surprised me. It was very different. It wasn't as kiddie or as silly as I thought it was going to be. Epic comedy.
It was hilarious.
I really enjoyed this movie. I have to say, it was really, really great. Non-stop entertainment all the way through. Mark Strong is always awesome.
Always.
You can put him in any movie. I'm gonna see it. Just a big Mark Strong fan. And to those bastards that decided to kill him off in Kingsman, you suck.
We'll hate you for that.
But
at least they let him go out.
he will forever be Merlin to me. But yeah, 2 big thumbs up. I love the movie.
Awesome.
It was a great movie. If you haven't seen it still, you should go out, rent it, buy a copy, whatever you're going to do. Definitely see this movie. It's definitely worth your time. A lot of people I kept hearing didn't like it. They didn't like it at all.
It was too silly. But I didn't think that it was super silly.
I really
feel
it
was funny.
Like they did the character justice.
Yeah.
I really feel like that. But I also feel like some of his powers, they kind of didn't get completely right.
But too, he was like just developing his powers.
Yeah, that's
true.
This
was more
true.
An origin story.
That's true.
So.
Yeah. So anyway, I give this movie 2 big thumbs up. And what about you? What did you think about it?
I thought it was hilarious. I'm not real familiar with the comic book, so I can't say anything on that,
Mm-hmm.
but I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was great.
I really enjoyed what they did with it. I thought they did a fantastic job, and DC usually do a really great job. And the thing I really like about DC is they always know what they want. They always know what they want from their superheroes and what they want their superheroes to be and to not be and to look like and all of that stuff. And I just really appreciate DC for the attention to detail that they put in every single film. And I mean, I will say that detail was in Aquaman. I just didn't like the movie, personally. Um, you know, it just wasn't my thing.
Personal taste.
But of course, I've never been that big of
it.
an Aquaman fan either. So he's not a big superhero that I would care that much about. But I know growing up as a kid, man, all my friends, they were hardcore Aquaman fans.
Really?
Yeah, that was like their hero. Mine was always Superman and Batman.
The only real exposure, I guess, I even had with Aquaman was the Justice League cartoon
Mm-hmm.
back in the 90s.
Yeah.
They just shat all over Aquaman through that whole thing, so I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, he was like, there was this whole
it was like a joke. He was their joke.
There was this whole period of just Aquaman hate, and even those of you that are familiar with Robot Chicken will know about the Aquaman hate era So all you Aquaman fans out there, I really feel bad for you guys because I don't think that any other superhero has really been dumped on that badly, save for maybe Daredevil, but I don't think Daredevil even got as much hate as Aquaman.
No, they just ignored him.
Yeah, they just ignored him. They were like, Daredevil's he's not a thing. And that movie that they did never happened. I heard that a lot. Well, they never made a Daredevil movie. People were in straight denial over that movie.
Much like the Last Airbender movie.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. That's fine.
Yeah.
All we have is the
It's kind of like Ben Affleck as Batman, Didn't happen.
I'm really excited though because
Ben Affleck was also Daredevil.
Yeah, that's true.
So, there you go.
He just shouldn't do superhero movies.
I think not.
But I'm really excited because the end sequence, they might bring Shazam into Justice League, and that's going to be awesome.
Well, they do. He is part of Justice League.
Well, I mean, the established Justice League that we're getting.
Like in the movies, the movie Justice League.
Yeah. That'll be pretty great.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. Definitely, they're going to more likely make a sequel. They left it wide open, guys. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to make a sequel. Yeah. The only thing that I can think of why they wouldn't is that people just didn't like the film. Because I kept hearing from people that it just wasn't good. And this was okay. Well, there were a lot of my friends were like, well, at least it was funny. That's why I kept hearing, at least it was funny in parts.
Shazam did better than Captain Marvel, though.
Yeah, I mean, everybody saw it. Yeah.
Hated Captain Marvel.
Which we're going to have that one coming up for you guys as well. We're going to review it. And I know there's been a lot of controversy on YouTube about this Brie Larson kind of hate fest. And it's really been between the Avengers as well. There's been some really heated moments in interviews and stuff between the Avengers, the actors that play the Avengers, and you can tell
there's like a lot of tension.
There's some tension, there's some animosity there between them, and I personally think that it's like they're being forced to hand off the torch and Brie Larson's coming in and taking credit for basically all of it when they're like, we've been doing this for years, making these movies. We built this franchise.
Yeah. And
now it's being handed off to her and everybody's, but from what I have seen is that they just don't get along. They just, during shooting, just don't get along. And I think that there's this kind of rivalry or it's turned into this kind of rivalry that Brie Larson herself has she's kind of had to be like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, she's kind of had to fend off her title. You know what I mean? She's kind of had to stand up and say, look, you know, F you or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you know, I can kind of understand where both sides are coming from, because it really is not fair that that's happening. But then again, that's a decision that's made by, you know, Marvel and Disney and whoever, you know, controls all of that. I have heard a lot in the media that Marvel was not happy with the way that Brie Larson played Captain Marvel. So we're gonna see. That's one of our reviews that's going to be coming up later in another video that we're going to be doing. So be looking for that. We've got a load of new movies for you guys that we're going to be reviewing, including the new Mary Poppins, The Mule. We're going to be reviewing. What else? What else is coming up?
Well, we're about to see if the new Dumbo is as creepy as the old Dumbo.
Yeah, we're about to watch Dumbo. We'll let you guys know
check that one out.
What we think about that, because I grew up with Dumbo, and yeah, the drunk scene always scared the bejesus out of me. So I'm kind of hoping they either toned it down or they left it out completely.
I'm not. Don't quote me on this, but I think Tim Burton did this movie.
No, I think you're right.
And if Tim Burton did this movie, the whole thing's gonna be terrifying.
Yeah. But anyway, kind of
see how it goes.
Kind of back to what I was saying about you know, the Avenger feud. There's been a lot of kind of animosity there. So in fact, I even heard that at one point Sam Jackson threatened to quit the film completely. So I'm interested in seeing how she played it, what she did with it. Captain Marvel, as many people probably know, I think she's always been a male in the comics. Not always?
Not always. There was a few lines where she was female, because that was another big controversy. Well, they made her female and she was male. She actually, I think she started out female.
Okay.
But Captain Marvel is like the Green Lantern. It's that's handed down.
Right. Well, anyway, a lot of people were dissatisfied with it, needless to say. Yeah. So we're going to check it out, and we are going to see how bad it is or how good it is. It might be
awesome.
Or whatever. The thing that I think is stupid, just starting off, I can already tell you the thing that I think is stupid about Captain Marvel is that she encompasses every power of the Avengers.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it's just like, are you kidding me? You don't need a hero with all of their powers combined. You just don't, like, she can do anything. She's invincible. She's like Marvel's Superman. There's nothing that can hurt her or kill her. Yeah. So
all you need is Superman.
Right. And it's like,
team.
In my opinion, it would have been better for Marvel, I think, to keep Vision and leave her out of it. Yeah, I didn't like that they killed Vision. And his death was horrific. I didn't like. They did not give him a good death. He died very horrifically. It was kind of disturbing. But Endgame hasn't come out yet on video, and we usually wait for our movies to come out in video. We don't go to the theaters a lot of the time, because a lot of the time here where we live, our theaters is just a waste of money. So much trash. Yeah, they're terrible.
We have to drive 4 hours to get to a decent
screens
theater.
Are blurry. The soundtrack a lot of the times that in our theaters is completely off with the movie. So that's why we wait until it comes out on video, and then we try to rent them. And we do try to do our reviews as quickly as possible, so people that either can't afford to go to the theater, don't want to go to the theater, or people that just like to stay home and rent, can have the information that whether the film was good or not. So before you rent it.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of have an idea before you rent it. Of course, I can say that not everybody's going to agree with our review.
Yeah, that's
not
true.
not everybody's going to like that
That's
movie.
fine.
So and that's
your
fine.
opinion.
And you know, if you want to make a comment on a movie, we'd love to hear from you. Love to hear what you think about any of these films. You can leave a comment down below, as long as you're respectful and all that stuff. I mean, we're not here to get
We're not
into
gonna
a
argue with
debate
you,
or anything
fight
like
with
that. We value your opinion. I hope you value ours. And anyway, Shazam was very good. I give it
2 thumbs up.
2 big thumbs up. 10 out of 10 stars. Did we do 10 or did we do 5? I don't remember. We haven't done a review in a long while.
I don't know.
But
I
anyway,
think it was 5.
anyway, I'll give it 5 out of 5 stars. And yeah, it was definitely something worth watching. So if you haven't seen it yet, go pick up a copy and view it. And let us know what you think if you have a mind to. Anyway, until next time. Like I said, coming up will be our next movie. Our next movie is going to be Dumbo, so we will let you know what we think about that in another video. Be looking for that video. Until next time, peace.